Okay, let's see. So finding your creative voice in difficult times. Uh, you know, we're not going to dive into this, but maybe we agree that maybe all times are difficult depending on, what your personal or particular situation is. But uh, I think uh, for me as an American, I feel that I'm going through difficult times, and so I turned to poetry as a way to find my voice, to realize that my voice matters, and so that's what I'd like to convey to you this morning or this afternoon. Um, PPM I have a training program that is 3 years and about three phase, not about, it is three phases. And so I'm a practitioner of poetic medicine. I'm going to begin by this quote by Irene Claremont de Castelio. Did I say that name, her last name, correctly? We need to allow and trust the voices of the unconscious which speak to us in dreams or through the body, while at the same time using all our faculties of thought and reason and discrimination, all our knowledge, all our strength and delicacy of feeling. What a phrase, all our strength and delicacy of feeling, all our practical good sense and firmness of intuition with which you may be gifted. That's a lot to say. Is there a part of that that appeals to you? And because I can't see people, you can just either speak up or raise your hand, and Anaya will help me identify you. I just wonder whether this quote has any resonance for you.
I love that strength and
Done.
delicacy of feeling.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry.
What? Um, uh,
Go ahead,
Mon,
Monica.
Hello.
you're on mute.
Okay, talking about what Irene Claremont de Castillejo once wrote. I think everyone has a right to speak up. I mean, like when
Uh-huh.
times are difficult, we should try to dialogue with others and find help also.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I think it's a very important part of our nature to communicate. So I think it's all in our heart,
Mhm.
in our mind, and our communication and inspiration on telling what we need or what we like, or
Uh-huh.
how can we tell others that they're important too, like us.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
And I want to welcome Jan. Jan, are you here?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hello. So a lot of people are off camera, but and you don't have to be on camera at all. But if you aren't, then um, and you want to read your poem, for instance, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, you have to raise your hand in some way.
I will.
Oh, okie doke. Okay, so I want to start with this poem that I've used for a long time in my poetry and healing work. But I want to say before this that um, we're going to do some writing, and I want to get to that fairly soon. And a few guidelines or sort of primary thoughts about that. You don't have to read what you write. This isn't school. This isn't a poetry slam. This isn't something where you are required to do anything but take from this what you would like. If you have a voice that says, oh, this poem is too personal, then please respect that voice and you don't have to read. On the other hand, if you have a voice that's, oh, this isn't any good, or I didn't do this right, or I'm not sure what your editorial voice says, but or I have to edit this, I have to work on this a lot. Well, that could be true, but today, this morning, we won't know. I would say you wouldn't know what's on the page until you read it out loud, until you read it out loud. And so I'm going to invite us to read our poems out loud. But I did make that statement that if you feel it's too personal or you don't want to, then you don't have to, of course. This is also a way, because we're not here to critique poems. I don't think anybody is here because they think this brief workshop is for critiquing. But it is for being present with and listening to. And so everybody, like Anaya, like if you write a poem and you're willing to read it, I'm going to invite you to read that poem twice. Read your poem 2 times. Take your time, and then for the second time, I'm going to ask us as participants, as poetry circle people, to write down a word or phrase from Anaya's poem that you could mirror back to her. So we're not, commenting on the poem or giving our experience. That might happen in a longer workshop, but always, almost for me, at the beginning, I just want someone to hear that they are heard. And mirroring back their lines can be a way to meet that deep connection that someone feels that they've been listened to. So with that said, I will start with this poem by Barbara McInerney. And as they are. And what if my words, my fledgling poems were children, were toddlers, trying first steps, tumbling skinny knees, squealing with glee, splashing mud, making a mess, discovering themselves? Would I hold them at arm's distance, disown them, hide them, say what I imagine others will think, that after all, they really aren't very good? And could that be a way of protecting them, shielding, holding back? I know the mockery odd children can face. Instead, could I let them ramble along weedy paths only they know, lean close to hear them whisper secrets, learn what they need from me? Could I love them as they are, give them room to grow, a chance to shine? Barbara McInerney. In this mirroring practice, is there a line or a stanza or a place in this poem you're drawn to? I see, well, thank you for clapping tonight. Is there a line, and this isn't school, so maybe this poem doesn't really speak to you. Monica raises her hand.
Okay. Yes, John. I think this poem, what it reflects is that innocence shouldn't be ended. I mean, even though we grow, and have many happy birthdays, or well, not even
Uh-huh.
Very happy birthdays for some of them.
Uh-huh.
I think we should keep our inner child
Uh-huh.
all of I'm sorry, all the life, all our
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I mean,
And so I really appreciate, Monica, what you're saying, and we actually can respond absolutely in the way you just responded. Is there a place for you in this poem that you feel you are spoken to?
here, give them room to grow, a chance to shine.
Oh, oh,
We shouldn't stop a child that is shining. I mean,
huh.
not even adults. Adults, we shouldn't stop them from shining.
Yeah, that's, you hear it. You hear this poem. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, and this is a little tricky. We have such a short time together that I can ask us to be kind of thoughtfully brief, but not cutting ourselves off. But Jan, is there a place in this poem that you go to?
I really like the first lines. Like, what if my words and my fledgling poems were children, were toddlers?
Uh-huh.
I just think it's lovely.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you.
I would agree with that too. I really love that intro. It kind of feels like every time I step to a page, that's all I'm doing is playing around with my words like they're toddlers. That's
is it, is it,
exactly
is it, is it,
what
is
I
this,
use poetry for.
is this Karen who's speaking?
This is Anaya.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
All right.
So say that again. Whatever you step to the page or go to the page.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna do when I sit down to write a poem, and it feels like I'm
Uh-huh.
just playing around with words that are children. They're just toddlers. It's just,
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
younger part of me trying to surface itself as I'm writing.
A place that I get, Anaya, thank you. A place that I get drawn to, and could that be a way of protecting them, shielding, holding back? I know the mockery odd children can face. In a workshop, when someone is reluctant to speak what they've written, I'm not saying that everybody feels this, but in many of our lives, like when I was in second grade, this will be a good example of this. When I was in second grade, we had an art teacher. I'll just call her Miss K. And so I'm 7 years old, and she told me, she said, "You'll never be an artist." You know, the, that at 7, being told that. I don't know if she was mocking me, but she definitely made me want to feel protective of myself. Um, anyway, let me go to the next poem. These days, these days, whatever you have to say, leave the roots on, let them dangle, and the dirt, just to make clear where they come from. Would someone else be glad to read this poem out loud to us? And again, I can't, some of you I can't see, so you can just speak up and start. That's Jan. Yeah, I think did Jan put his hand up?
Oh, we've got Monica with her hand up.
Okay, Monica, please.
Yes, thank you, John. These days, whatever you have to say, leave the roots on, let them dangle, and the dirt, just to make clear where they come from. Charles Olson.
Charles Olson. Is
May I say something?
you sure can?
Okay. I mean, um, whatever error we commit, I mean, whatever we have in life, we should try to correct it. I mean, but don't forget that we're human. We're human. We make mistakes.
Uh-huh.
We have a, a traditional way of maybe living or
Uh-huh.
showing ourselves to others. So if we have um any problem with what we do or what we say or what we are trying
Uh-huh.
to do, I mean, we should give him a chance give a chance so we can
So,
correct.
so
Okay.
is Monica, is giving a chance, express them and let them dangle. Whatever you have to say, leave the roots on. Let them dangle. It's like,
Given a chance to error, maybe.
oh, okay. Anybody else have, and thank you, Monica.
Thank you.
Anybody else have what is this poem saying to you? If it says something.
I think it says something about like it says make like show the dirt of where you come from and where you come from matters and not to
Oh,
hide it.
thank you, Jan. Where you come from matters. Um,
Show your authenticity.
oh, okay. Yes.
Don't just clean up and, say something glib.
Uh-huh. So Shulamet, am I saying your name correctly?
Shulamit. Yeah, close.
Shulamit. So Shulamit says, don't be glib, don't clean it up. I mean, Jan said that too.
John,
Yes.
I wish to say something. I mean, we all have a history, a life history, and that is so important because we come from many countries,
Uh-huh.
many cultures, and many personalities, many, I mean, with education or with not so much education, but we are important, are like being ourselves, authentic. We should go on in life.
So this poem, Monica, this is again, I mean, I don't want to focus on this, but let them dangle. You know, it's okay to leave the roots on. Um, so I'm gonna jump in here. I'm already here, but uh there's these other pieces, but I'm gonna suggest that we write and let me give you two prompts and you can choose one. You don't do both. But the two prompts are just have your poem, write your poem called These Days. Have that be the title of your poem for finding your creative voice in difficult times. Or it could be a prompt. And when I say a prompt, raise your, well, I can't see your hands sometimes, but a prompt is giving you a place to start. And you can ignore my suggestion of a place to start and start where you want. But another place to start could be, and what if my words, dot, 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 and what if my words, and then carry on from there. Or if you title your poem These Days. So I'm gonna Anaya, there may be some people, some comments in chat. I'm not sure. I don't,
For sure.
I
I will
can't.
monitor them. I just posted both of the prompts in the chat as well if you guys would like a
Oh,
visual of them.
thank you so much. So we have such a short time. So this is going to be a writing, usually a writing time might be like about 8 minutes, but I'm going to make it 5 because we don't have that much time. So it's a short time, but maybe I'll come back, you know. And this is important. Any questions you have or things that I'm not making clear, don't hesitate to let me know.
Have fun writing, guys.
Yeah, have fun. Okay, maybe if you can come to you know, you might say, well, this isn't finished, and I totally get that. But for now, let's come back. Um, you can't, you can see me, I can't see some of you, but so if you want to come back online, I mean, on video, that would be good. Um,
Like we've got Monica with her hand raised, ready to share with us.
yes, but I want to see if Jan or a DT or Shulamit is here.
Oh yes, no pressure anyone to turn your cameras on,
No,
but it does
no,
help
no
us know
pressure.
that you're here and you're.
Just let me know that you're here.
Mhm. Yep, has everyone returned from their writing? Just so a
Yes,
hand
yes.
or an emoji so that we know everyone's ready.
I'm here.
Great, thank you, Karen. Awesome.
Well, thank you. Okay. So Monica has put her hand up, and um, as I said, I'm going to invite you to read twice. And the second time, as a work as a retreat participant, maybe note a word or two or a phrase that Monica uses. Monica, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, John, and hope at hand. I have two prompts that you told us to write. I wrote two poems.
Okay.
These days, these days are all good and bad, just as you like. See the light, not the dark. Everyone is so special and unique. We should take life as it comes.
Hmm.
These days are all good and bad, just as you like. See the light, not the dark. Everyone is so special and unique. We should take life as it comes.
So because of our time, I'm going to suggest we just read one poem, even though you said you had two. And I hope
Okay.
so. A word or a phrase from Monica's poem. I'm going to say the word everyone. Everyone.
I highlighted see the light, not the dark.
Yeah.
Looks like there's some more in the chat. Someone highlighted so special and unique. Take life as it comes.
Take life as it comes. Any other?
See the
Uh,
light, not the dark. Yes.
it's a beautiful piece. Thank you for sharing, Monica.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Monica. Thank you.
I'm happy for
And it
sharing
looks like
it.
we've got,
See,
yes, and we've got Sholami as well who would like to share.
okay, please.
The narrows of these days, the angel hovering for his kiss,
Uh-huh.
bear surprise, opening on the clouds of apple blossom and pear, and you, new, with open arms and heart.
Again, please.
The narrows of these days, the angel hovering for his kiss, bear surprise, opening on the clouds of apple blossom and pear, and you, new, with open arms and heart.
And you knew.
And you knew clouds of an apple blossom and pear. These are things coming up in the chat.
Angels hovering.
Yes, and Monica says open heart in the chat. Looks like we've got Aditi with her hand up as well, ready to share.
Okay. Shulamit, thank you so much. And was that word marrow, the marrow of these days?
The narrows.
That, so here is another possibility to ask a question which I don't know the answer to, and I'm not trying. Could you say something more about that for the narrows? Could you say something more about that to us? If you want, it's just you don't have to.
These, for me, these days are narrow. Everything is narrowing. I'm mostly homebound. I'm very sick. I have organ failure. And you would probably understand it better if I said the dark angel hovering for his kiss. And incidentally, the you, just this moment, then a text came in from this person that I just met, and they're just so incredibly supportive and open a vista when everything is getting smaller.
Oh my goodness. Lots of hearts are appearing, Shulamit. See, this is where I asked a question and we went very, very deep right away. We've already gone deep, but I mean, Shulamit shared something. So I'm going to ask her if she would share her poem again with us and we can meet it, hold it in our hearts with her.
I guess I'll tell you, it's Passover, and Egypt in Hebrew is Mitzrayim, and Mitzrayim derives from the same word as straits, as narrows, narrow places.
Wow, lots of resonances.
Okay, so the narrows of these days, the dark angel hovering for his kiss, bears surprise, opening on the clouds of apple blossom and pear, and you, new, with open arms and heart.
And you knew. Thank you, Shulamit.
Thank you.
Please take care. So, and who had read it? Was it Jan?
So Aditi had her hand up.
Who?
Aditi.
Oh, Aditi.
Apologies if I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
Oh no, that's correct.
Awesome. Take it away.
Okay. I wrote, these days, life runs like film, continuously winding, humming. Cyclic moments blur, creating a hazy recollection. The brain can't uphold the weight. Finally, the silence comes in, and the body can heal, calibrating to its own heartbeat.
Aditi, could you read that again to us? And I don't want to sound like a classroom teacher, but could you read that a little slower?
Yeah, I can do that. These days, life runs like film, continuously winding, humming. Cyclic moments blur, creating a hazy recollection. The brain can't uphold the weight. Finally, the silence comes in, and the body heals, calibrating to its own heartbeat.
Finally, the silence comes in.
We've got some things coming in the chat. We've got life runs, calibrating to its own heartbeat, body heals, humming. Beautiful words.
Film, humming. So we have such a short. Aditi, does that poem speak for you right now?
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of things are going on, and I have like I don't want to get too specific, but I have like a kind of like a really big exam, like a that's been taken like a year of studying.
Oh my goodness.
So it just feels like each day is just like kind of a blur in the studying and like preparation that I don't really give myself time to heal sometimes. So it's just good to remember, I think.
Finally, the silence. Thank you. And I'm gonna let's see.
Just a time check for you, John. We're at 12, about to be 12:45, and we're gonna go to 1:05. So you've got some time still.
Okay. So there's a poem by Naomi Shihab Nye, Palestinian American poet. Because this is, I wanted to have something that shows some difficulty. And so this poem called Cross That Line. And I'll read it, and then I'm going to ask some people to read a stanza. So do people know who Paul Robeson was? He's a singer. He was an African-American black man singer in the 40s and 50s. And you can look up why this poem is relevant. But Paul Robeson stood on the northern border of the USA and sang into Canada, where a vast audience sat on folding chairs waiting to hear him. He sang into Canada. His voice left the USA when his body was not allowed to cross that line. Remind us again, brave friend. Remind us again, brave friend. What countries may we sing into? What lines should we all be crossing? What songs travel toward us from far away to deepen our days? So I wonder if Aditi, Shulamit, and Anaya could read a stanza of this poem for us.
For
Okay,
certain.
I can start with the first one.
Okay.
I'm happy to do the second.
Okay.
Paul Robeson stood on the northern border of the USA and sang into Canada, where a vast audience sat on folding chairs waiting to hear him.
He sang into Canada. His voice left the USA when his body was not allowed to cross that line.
Shulamit, if you want.
Sorry, I was muted. Remind us again, brave friend. What countries may we sing into? What lines should we all be crossing? What songs travel toward us from far away to deepen our days?
So if we were to respond to this poem, I'm thinking about this line in the third stanza, the second line. What countries, second and third line, what countries may we sing into? What line should we all be crossing? Maybe that's third one. What line should we all be crossing? Anybody want to, and to be brief, anybody want to make a suggestion of what line should we all be crossing? It's quite an invitation. Or so, Monica. You're on mute, Monica. Monica, you're on mute.
Hel Okay, John, and everybody who's listening. Okay, what it said about what line should we all be crossing
Yes.
is like to show that that every person has or must respect others, even though they have different cultures. I mean, music therapy is so great, and music is universal. There should not be a barrier or closing frontiers with music.
Monica, may I ask you this question? What lines, is there a line that you feel you could cross?
Okay. His voice left the USA when his body was not allowed to cross that line. I mean, he lost his voice because he couldn't go on to another country to show or to sing.
Wait, yes, he stood on a chair and sang into Canada where a lot of people were listening to him. So my question is, what in these difficult times, is there a line that you feel you could cross?
That I
Okay.
should a line that I should cross?
Shula, yes. So I'm going to have Shulamit respond.
We should look to the other side and emulate those who have a different perspective.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Thank you.
I'm a Canadian also.
Oh,
and, and so this resonates for me because Canada's a very different culture.
yeah. So anyone else? And I haven't done this before. This is new.
I personally think that it's not just a line to cross, but a line we won't go through. Like I don't agree with what's happening right now, and just because somebody more powerful is saying what I should feel, like I feel like the line is my line cannot be crossed.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is okay. So, Karen or Naya, do you have a line?
This is Karen. I had written in the chat, what countries may we sing into, which which to me is externalizing and connecting. And what lines should we be crossing? Some we shouldn't cross, and and what the word that came to mind on the first reading was like lines of comfort, like get out of your comfort zone.
Oh,
Cross that line.
so you would cross, you could, Karen, cross your comfort line.
Yeah.
Okay. So
do or say what needs to be done or said.
So time is flying. I can't believe it's just an hour. So I'm going to suggest what lines should I be crossing? I'm going to change this so it becomes personal. What lines? And someone else said something about like what what country would you like to sing to? Maybe that's another possibility. What countries may we sing into? So we'll take just a few minutes, just like 3 minutes. It's very short, but that's because we don't have that much time. So I'm going to suggest, because I was committed to doing 2 writing pieces. So hopefully I've been clear enough. Like,
Yep, I just put the prompt in the chat. What line should I be crossing?
or what? Also, Anaya, like what country would I sing into? Okay. Anaya, who, and this is only if people want this, but who hasn't read yet? Can you help me with that?
Yeah, of course. Monica looks like she wants to share, but she did read last time, so let's see if there's anyone else who wants to go first.
I haven't read, so I can read. It's
Yeah,
We love
Yeah.
that. Take it away.
thank you.
So I would like to sing into countries where people cannot speak.
Uh-huh.
I would like to sing into hearts that do not feel.
Mm,
I would like to sing into minds full of fear and hate. Sing lullabies into minds full of hate and
mm,
remind them we were all children.
mm. So we can't do this now, but I'm going to suggest that we all turn our poems into songs that we could sing. But Jan, could you read that again to us?
Yes.
Huh.
I would like to sing into countries where people cannot speak. I would like to sing into hearts that do not feel. I would like to sing lullabies into minds full of fear and hate and remind them we were all children.
Mhm. Because we have limited time and I want as many of us to read, we won't mirror back lines, but just want to thank you, Jan, for, well, no, she hasn't read, so let's mirror back a line.
It looks like we've got a few in the chat. We were all children, sing lullabies. Lullabies stood out very, very clearly to me when you read again. It was a beautiful place.
Thank
I
you.
have a quickie also.
So one moment. So I did have that poem, Leave the Roots On, Let Them Dangle in the Dirt. So, oftentimes people say, well, that poem tells me not to clean it up. And so I appreciated that you did use the word hate. And what was the other very, very strong word? Oh, here's Deborah Grayson.
Oh, all of it, the heart, and to people who can't hear,
Yeah,
feel,
yeah.
see, as if they were muted.
Uh-huh. Jan, thank you. So, Anaya, who else? Karen, would you like to read?
I'll pass on this one.
Okay. Okay.
I'd be happy to share something, John.
Sure.
Yeah, I wrote, there are places that my legs have yet to travel that somehow already met my voice. My story has wrapped itself around the wind and carried itself to the far corners of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Without even meaning to, I sing into countries both near and far, reminding myself that this being human is a shared existence.
Wow. Could you read that again, Anaya?
Yes, of course. There are places that my legs have yet to travel that have somehow already met my voice. My story has wrapped itself around the wind and carried itself to the far corners of the world. Without even meaning to, I sing into countries both near and far, reminding myself that this being human is a shared existence.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and that this being human, I took that. Who did I take that from?
Who did you take that
Someone.
from?
I think I took that from Rumi. I think this being human is a guest house. Yes.
That's right. Yes, yes. Well,
Yes.
poets are, we can steal lines all over the place.
It's one of my
Um,
favorite things to do.
yeah, yeah. So I want to ask in this time, I mean, I am heartened by everybody's sharing. When I say heartened, I mean that, you know, and I don't really celebrate in a normal, probably Christian way, but this is Easter. And I feel that all our voices are. Shulamit had that wonderful line. What is it? You who are new. What was that line, Shulamit?
Yes,
You
and you, new, with
new,
open
yeah.
arms and heart.
And your poems this afternoon for you, are making me feel new. So I'm going to read mine. And I wanted to do this. I would sing into Russia with a voice of passion, tenderness, and truth, not to excoriate Putin, but to touch the hearts. To touch the hearts of my certain brother, and my oh so certain sister. I would sing to them as a baritone voice, a place where they could lie down on the earth that we share. I associated baritone with the earth. I would sing into Russia with a voice of passion, tenderness, and truth, not to excoriate Putin, but to touch the hearts of my certain brother and my oh so certain sister. I would sing to them as a baritone voice, a place where they could lie down on the earth that we share.
Beautiful, John. Looks like we do have Deborah
So
would like to
touching.
share as well.
Okay, good.
Sorry, the link was not working.
Huh.
John, you move me every time I see you, dear friend. I just wrote these couple of lines. I long to sing to the most distant country on planet Earth from the perspective of space, to remind them of their necessary and relevant beauty, much needed, like a medicinal umbilicus streamlining hope.
Mm. Good morning, Deborah. Good afternoon, I guess.
Good everything, John.
Good. So, as you know, we've been reading twice, so you're invited to read again.
I long to sing to the most distant country on planet Earth from the perspective of space, to remind them of their necessary and relevant beauty, much needed, like a medicinal umbilicus streamlining hope.
Mm. What a wonderful word, stream. Is it two words or streamlining? Stream.
I have it as two, but I don't have autocorrect in my journal.
No. I love the word because it's like, I feel it's like a stream that's lining,
Exactly.
So beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you so much for everyone who's been sharing.
Yeah.
John, I do want to let you know we've got 2 more minutes and then we've got to wrap for the afternoon.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap. So I'll say my little piece. The Institute for Poetic Medicine does work with people at the margins. We do all kinds of different things. And this end of April, we're having a summit that will feature me and the poet Rosemary Watola Traumer, if you know of her, and the poet laureate of Texas, Amanda Johnston. And then throughout the year, we'll have our poetry partners working with people in dealing with domestic abuse, people with Parkinson's, people with mental health challenges. We'll have some of our poetry partners featured throughout the year doing this work for the Poetic Medicine Summit. If you want to find out more about that, you can write to info@poeticmedicine.org, info@poeticmedicine.org. Or if you'd like to be on our e-list and receive, we do not send out a lot of stuff. A monthly newsletter is about it, plus announcements every now and then. So I want to thank Anaya again for hosting us, and Stephanie Fletcher, and what's Emma's last name, Anaya?
Cooper, Emma Cooper.
Emma Cooper and Stephanie Fletcher at Hope and Hand, and Anaya for bringing us together. And I wish everybody care and safety.